South African political and business leaders say there's a positive glow around their efforts to promote investment at this year's World Economic Forum meeting in Davos in Switzerland. The rand has broken below 12 rand to the dollar, while Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa has been leading the delegation to the WEF that brings together heads of state, movie stars and business people to debate the state of the world. Francis Head has more.
There's been political change in South Africa and talk within the ANC of renewal and the need to deal with corruption. And it seems that the delegates at the World Economic Forum annual meeting this year are sitting up and taking notice. The Reserve Bank Governor, Lesetja Kganyago, says South Africa, unlike previous years, hardly has to reach out. Investors are coming to him and say, how do we invest in your country? The Deputy President, Cyril Ramaphosa, just behind us in the Congress Centre, today holding a closed session meeting with investors who are interested in South Africa. For years, the message has been that South Africa is open for business. But this year, it seems that with Ramaphosa's leadership, with real action perhaps around Eskom and state-owned entities, this has real resonance, and business leaders here say that they can feel the change.
One objective only is how can we position South Africa as the best FDI investment destination. This is God's own country, it's Mandela's country, but also it is endowed with the most amazing gifts. Up until now, we had shot ourselves in the face, we had cut our nose to spite our face. Most of our problems are own goal and therefore self-inflicted. But we have a good story to tell.
The recent changes we've seen in one of the first of the state-owned entities is a good sign, which is what the lenders have been, amongst other things.
Eskom.
Yes, that is indeed been looking at. So I think the sign is there, it's good, and I think that's what we should take. We need growth as a country, and so that we can create opportunities, so that institutions like the IDC can really play their role as well. Yeah.
Besides supporting efforts to sell South Africa here in Davos, politicians and business leaders come here to learn. And there's been some incredible sessions. China, for example, saying that it plans to eradicate poverty in the next 3 years. Now, that means lifting 30 million people, more than half of South Africa's population, out of harsh conditions in rural areas. And of course, China has had a harsh hand. It's used non-democratic means. But these sort of ambitious goals really show something, and perhaps say to South Africa that the shifts that we need to deal with unemployment and poverty are perhaps possible. Francis Heard reporting from the World Economic Forum in Davos in Switzerland.